Dayz.com. Great footage, great interviews. She did my first interview last year, thank you. And she's so fine. Break that. Fuck Team Johnny on the pull-up basket.
Please.
Right over the life sentence. Oh, I'm gonna go run it back. Right back outside life sentence. He can definitely knock that down. Told you. SWAT team facing up. Right back outside the zone. Took down the SWAT team, backing down on. Oh, what a move. That's a pro move right there. That's a pro move, but I like it. Right back on the go-go Jason. Pick being set. Pick not needed. Just go-go Jason pulled up 3-point line. Horrible. Talk about life sentence. Pulls up mid-range. Take out the net. Oh, there go my favorite ref. 6 months pregnant and still going. Oh, yeah. No, at that time. Rebound by go-go Jason. Life sentence with it. Mr. Mr. Wilson, a.k.a. the Wolf.
Get back.
You're killing me back. Zay, touch bait. Get to the lane. Left hand. No. Rebound. Who wants who needs the movie? On RJ. Easy.
We're playing this zone. We gotta move that. Hey, look at skis.
Oh, Nani. Go Jason over the Rods and Shawn. Yeah, sister, go Jason.
Hey, I'm out. Hey.
Oh, what a pass. Look at what I found. You got that cupping weight. Jump down, SWAT team, what up, movie. RJ, that's RJ, my bad. Movie, no. Rebound, who needs it? Jesus Christ, he's killing y'all. But this is life sentence. Oh, hey. Trying to do that. Shimmy, go. Forgot something on the way to the rim. 130 to go in the first quarter. Bring it all the way back out. Hold the life sentence. Life sentence goes up for 3-pointer. Bang. Get that handle together. Get that handle together. Oh, the pass. Got a little cuff away. That's helping you out, buddy. Oh, what a pass. 18, 16, that's staying with the team with the ball. Oh, what a pass! Life sentence with it. Oh, the go-go Jason. Watch, go-go Jason. Go, layup. Over, AK SWAT team. Oh, the life sentence. Oh, what a pass! Outside the SWAT team, what a pass! Turn it off! Life sentence coming out of the pack. Look at life, one more pass. Goes up top! Life sentence. Rebound by Johnny, takes to the lane. Goes up, basket. Over to RJ, home man, leave wide open. Bang! Yes. Everybody want to say that. Movie, you get quiet today, Movie. Turn up. Johnny! Hey, he was putting his hand in the rim. RJ! Easy left. Johnny, hold it, Movie easy. Part of the Red Sea. Well, this change yellow. Got you, Shawn. 2 minutes remains to go to first half. Back over to, right back over to Wilson. Go Jason with it. Go Jason. No, he hit that. Bryce with it. Hold it, Johnny. Johnny pulls up. Bang. Bang. Good move. I like sentence. He's definitely killing. Rob, put your chest away, Rob. We all know you work out. Outlet pass. Sentence. Keep it. Oh, hey! Count the basket. Life sentence. Go back early. Free throw good. 3-point play completed. Life sentence is balling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Gotta go!
The movie with a putback to end the half. 38, 32. Favorite take a black, get cheese. What's this?
Corner! Get ready to the middle.
The year of height. Right back outside the mega man. Oh, what a pass at terrorist. Basket. 42-34. RJ. Walkman leave wide open. Bang. Boy, that's not that time. Locked in. Trying to run the finals. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. In the third quarter, 54-35. Already we came right back into this ball game. Straight to the lane, outside left ball over 3-point line all the way. Bang. Especially this one, remember the movie over the zone. Zay, Zay, you don't dunk no more? Right back on life says pulls up 3-point line. Bang. They're going to take jab steps. Some of the jab steps he did. No way on those. Outside mega man. Shawn. Life sentence on the go Jason. The fourth quarter. Johnny. Put it over the barrel. I got lost. 5 minutes. With a pass, go Jason layup. About to say. Thank you. This might go off the backboard. Yeah, next 2 teams, please get dressed. 2-1-1 watches go up. Thank God. End of the ball game.
What's up? My name is Shawn Bennett. I'm from Queens, New York. I went to Sacred Heart University, played football there. Went to Christ the King before that, played basketball, football, and track.
And when did you start playing basketball again?
Probably when I graduated from school, came back home, got involved in a lot of tournaments. I played at LA Fitness in New Hop Park a lot, and that's where I met Wilson, and he put me down on the team.
How many times have you played in Showcase?
This is my second year. We played last year. I got the name Life Sentence because I locked off. And then I made the All-Star team, and then we're here now.
Do you play in any other tournaments?
Right now, not really. I'm playing in this. Just work, really. Just work. I'm a purchasing manager at JFK.
What did you study in school?
Business administration and marketing. As a student, I had a 3.2 GPA, so I did pretty good. You know, my freshman year was really what brought it down. At one point in high school, I had a 99.1 average, so my freshman year, I was a wild boy. I was a wild boy. So.
But then you picked it up.
I picked it up, yeah, for the record, because, you know, you're on a scholarship, so you can't lose your scholarship through grades. So my first year, I redshirted and then played the rest.
Do you have any hobbies?
I like art. I'm into art. I'm about to do a mixed media art project inspired by Basquiat. So I don't know if you know Basquiat's crown and 3-tip crown. So I'm gonna do something with that. I don't want to give too much of it away.
You draw?
No, I don't draw. I don't really draw. But with mixed media, you don't have to draw. You could just curate a bunch of different projects, put them together. You know, you could do a project with, say, just coins, make art of it. You know, put it around, assemble it the right way. You know, you got a terrific project on your hands.
How would you describe, your style, your fashion on the court?
I got the LeBron 12s on right now. I got a lot of J's. Once I'm done like rocking them, I usually wind up playing in them. Other than that, if I see it out and it's hot, I got a few Kobe's. I don't really mess with the Durants. They're a little too race car looking-ish to me. They're a little flat. I don't like flat shoes. I like something that when I grab a pair of shoes and if I'm about to buy it, I bend it first to see like how durable it is.
As far as music, who's your favorite artist?
I have to go with Jay-Z and J. Cole. Jay-Z, like all-time favorite, all-time best in my eyes. And J. Cole, he's just got the positive vibe that, you know, I need to hear at this age. Like, you don't need to hear what you call a hot nigga from Bobby Schmurda or, you know, I mean, that's cool at its times, but, you know, to just bump while you like doing anything is probably J. Cole.
Do you have any quotes or mantras that you live by?
If I have a slogan, a saying or whatever, it's probably positive energy. So it goes by +E, right? I had a friend, Shawn, he played basketball at Sacred Heart University. Played 4 years there, you know, all rookie team, great player. And he got his way to Romania after college. You know, got a pro contract out there. And after a game, he went to a bar, you know, celebrate with his friends, and he was murdered. He used to always put on Facebook was what was popping at the time in college. At the end of like everything he put, it was +E. For a while, we didn't know what it was. Like he kept it to himself. And then like he told us it was positive energy. And you know, in remembrance of him, I tell everybody about +E. You know, one day when I have a tournament, a +E tournament, just to, you know, do right by him. That was my man.
Your handle better be nice after today.
Clear out.
Basket. Somebody over to Sam. Yo, Sam is like the king of look-offs. Pineapple going at the whole team. If he scores, outside Pineapple. No, trying to get his own rebound, goes back up again. He is out working y'all. Should weigh in here like that every day. I missed it. Oh, almost a turnover off to the races. That's horrible. Back on the Pineapple, no, he ain't passing. Count the basket. The Pineapple is, who's guarding him? If you're guarding the Pineapple, raise your hand. I didn't see not one hand go up. Stafford, working on that name. You ain't earned it today. Dump down RJ, goes over the backboard, tough. I think the darker people don't want you. 41-40 in favor of the team with a great step for you. You've been quiet, puts up a 3-ball away. Oh, hey, you can do that too? That's not fair. All blackjacks, eggs to shoot threes. That's not fair. RJ, they be trying to go at you. Oh! Right back to RJ. Move. Son, no, what's Stafford? RJ, know he wants his get back. You know he wants his get back. Wrong. Trying to get to it outside. Probably at will. No good. Rebound. It's from Melvin. What? Oh! Count the basket. Hey,
Kiki. Yeah, hi Shay.
We're getting ready to do a ceremony jump ball. This is I want to welcome everybody to Dyckman Basketball Women's League.
Wow.
Here we have Maria Cruz from Taino Towers.
Oh, man. Okay.
122nd, 3rd Avenue. They have Maria.
Hello everybody, I'm so happy to be here. I'm the one throwing the ball for all of you. Thank you for inviting me here to be with all of you. Thank you.
Kind of jump.
All right, ready, set, just throw it up.
Are you going with 1, 2, 3 or I just go?
Let's go, toss it up.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Do it again. Can I do it again? Okay, another try. You want to do it? Okay. Yes. Everybody is
straight up. Oh, that was better.
Hey.
All right, let's go.
Never do that.
Show Maria.
Always to the top.
Thank you.
My name is Steph Lover. I'm going to be doing a play-by-play this afternoon. Welcome once again. Can we give a round of applause for the ladies out here today, everybody? Woo! You gotta love it. We here every Saturday. Ladies first, let's get it. Start with the blue. She goes straight for the bucket. Featherweight. Oh, quick steal on the pass. She look and she shake up. And she scores. Cross time, she shakes, she makes it go to the hole. Come on. Well, from here, inbounds on the left-hand side. Back to her, she's going for it. Close it. Flick of the wrist. Red team taking it inside. Teamwork makes the dream work. Until you have to remix the dream. She's getting a world premiere workout. Off her foot, off her foot, off her KB's foot. On the way with the pickup was down. All right, y'all. DJ MCG, let's do it. We working. Step back and just hit the levitation. Yeah. Team Blue walking it up. KB. Pick up a dribble on the right. KB, she can do it all night on the basketball court. That was a good follow-up. Always got to be ready to clean it up, clean up the kitchen. Left, right, inside, out. Inside, she left, she right, she blocked.
Who's mad?
Easy bucket. Rebound, up the middle, and block mid-air. He wants it all the way up. That's a Tuesday on a Saturday. Tiny came to play. She asked for that one, my dude. Red team up by 14. It's a lot going on underneath. Cat fight! 8-20. Blue team can score. World premiere behind the back. She's so fancy. Good over. Wow.
Okay.
All right, here we go, baby. We are cooking and it's no kitchen. Oh, she shrugs that off and she gets it to go. With the right hand. Tiny Tiny's not playing. She saw it. She's popped that light. 12-24. It's still a game. She sidesteps. She leaves it for the run and gun. 14-24. Both teams down by 10. They starting to find their shot right now though. World premiere shaker, she's baking left hand. Hollywood E, she splits the double. Top of the key, swish. Hello? Because the red team is not giving them nothing. Step. That looked like good money to me. Tiny sizing up. From the outside.
No.
20 seconds left. Mark thinks about it. Back outside, inside. And one. Oh. No, that's really her name. Oh.
Watch your back.
Close. But no Louis bag. 6 seconds. 5. Somebody block down low. 1 second. And that's the first half. Go and check out the Liberty tent to get some free giveaways right here while we do this halftime. Show my people over here at the Liberty tent. Y'all want some free stuff? Nobody likes free swag? Long distance. Hello? Halftime pep talk work. 20. We're gonna keep trying to work this thing out. There's no quitting us today, just like the ladies on the court. Tiny blocks it on the left-hand side. They moving up court. They
Step up.
To the outside. Red team, they working all corners. She stopped, she popped, overshoots it, look good. Oh! Pull like the curly fry. Quick steal, back court. Oh! Nikki ain't playing. Much better down low. Ooh! She just, ooh! There's a lot of back going on underneath there. Nikki bringing it across the timeline. She goes left, takes it all the way out. Brings it back, right up the middle. 2 words, no bueno.
By yourself.
26:55, 10.5 to go, second quarter. Water, like my man, water. Wow. Let's do it. Red team pushes up behind the back. She takes right in the middle. Nobody there. Nobody home. Oh, spin move. And she did that. Go, man. You might have to, because you might be stuck to the seat by now. Left, right, number 15. All right, Tiny. You had to see that one coming.
Swish.
She's still playing full court. She's working. But what happened was, Team 914 with the blow. Top of the key, she's working. I couldn't even think of nothing. All I could say was, should have thought a little longer. Across the timeline behind the back, she passes off and
Go shorty, do it in the mirror.
She wiggles down.
Do it in the mirror.
Red team still playing like they down by a dub and they up by dirty. Suki thought about it. She passed it off. That's about it. 3 and a 2 and a 1. And can we give a big round of applause for both teams real quick? Everybody please. Ladies first, ladies first. Show them some love. You have no idea how hard it is to be trying to do all of that with all of this. Jeez. Trying to tell you. You ain't gonna see too much of this. I saw you, Vern, trying to get one. Get out of here with that. That's why I wanna
Hi, I'm Felipe Lopez, former NBA player, St. John's, Rice High School, New York City home. I grew up around the area, so, being an immigrant player coming from the Dominican Republic, Dyckman gave me a great opportunity to play many moons ago, around the 90s. So, to see how much we have grown, 25 years now, and to see the talent that have come through Washington High, the Inwood area, it really just made me feel like a huge part of what, the success that we have here. I've known Kenny for many years now, and the amazing thing about Kenny is that he just doesn't provide for the community during the summer. He goes out 365 days of the year. I have seen it, working with the youth through the foundation that I had and his program. We used to come together and play with each other, and it's just amazing to see somebody like himself really putting himself out for the community, because out of that, a lot of people are getting a brand new opportunity out of life, brand new opportunity for basketball. I had a lot of great people in my life that helped me to become the player that I was, and that's what Kenny is doing for a lot of these young guys.
Yo, man, we really with this shit, boy. Yeah, really with this shit. I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
Straight up the middle.
Let's go, Dayz. Come on, lead that.
Shawn loses the handle, turnover. Spin move, spin cycle. Top of the key, she shoots. Nah, I'm not gonna say break. Let's get back. They screaming defense 6-5. Long distance. Oh, she cooked that one in and out. Oh, did you even see that? Did you see that, Shorty? He's like, who is this strange woman? Around with the hook.
Hey, Kenny!
Left, right with the right hand. Hook. 10-12, it's still a tight one. Early on, 9 minutes to go. She's pushing right up the middle. To the outside, she's looking for somebody cutting. She shoots. A little overzealous there. Little stop and pop, she lost it, she got it back, she's going. No call. But that's why you got teammates. As my daughter would say, that's not good, mommy. But that was better. We came out here to work. On her day off, I'm assuming. couple of these Liberty bands over here. Y'all keep leaving these tickets out here.
This is great, man. It brings a different variety into the game. Obviously, we can see we got some great hoopers and great professionals. It's a great tournament, and you know what I'm saying, for us to be able to see the young ladies just, you know, put up this kind of work, it's really telling us that we're going far, you know, and even though today's the first day, you're going to be able to see more coming. That's what Dyckman basketball is all about, opportunities.
18 to 21, 2 minutes to go. First half, second game. She stops, she pops, she hits. We got some Romeo Santos tickets at the Barclay. We're going to give away halftime. If you like Romeo Santos. Top of the key. I told the break to work. One more again. That's why teamwork makes the dream work. 5 seconds to go. 21-26, last shot. That was so spectacular.
Hey, I got a Glock in my Rari. Hey, 17 shots, no 38. I got a Glock in my Rari.
All right, we still got the Romeo Santos tickets. Nobody got the answer yet. Sorry, Shorty, 6 was incorrect. 23-34, it's still a tight one. 15-40 to go.
I want you to be.
It's all about that defense. To the corner. She thought about it. She shouldn't have thought about it. Up the backboard, no buenos. Back at it. She's fighting with her teammate. She shakes, she bakes up the middle. Passes off. And she scores. That's how it works. New York Liberty. How y'all don't know how many times my girl was an all-star? That's crazy. I told you it was more than once, less than 6. That's too easy.
What's up, it's your girl Monifah. Just want to say happy 25th to Dyckman basketball. I'm having a good time. I'm a b-ball fan all day. I wish I could play, but I can't. Congratulations, many more.
Rebound. Coast to coast. Oh, right, fell right in Bree's lap. That was a gimme. That was a gimme. 33-52. Number 20 on the side, back to the top of the key. She thought about it over everything and everybody. That was my girl Peach. Yo, Bree, I was gonna give you a nickname or something like Iggy Azalea, but she not hot right now, so, and you scorching, so I can't even do that. It passed through my head though. Purple team franchise bringing it up. She jukes him back to the top of the key, straight up and down. 2 words, no bueno. Bree from the corner.
First things first, on the release.
But my girl Bree, she wearing number 23, meaning she came to play. Oh, that's a jump ball. I've heard other words.
I'm Teresa Weatherspoon here in Dyckman for the 25th anniversary of just legends playing the game of basketball, a place where people get great exposure for what they do and the game that they love. And it's absolutely awesome to be a part of and awesome to come and watch the talent because they get an opportunity to do what they do and do what they love and to release their talent and their abilities. So it's always good to be out here and you can always see my face. Dyckman for life. You know, I can't even count the number of times I've been out here. That says a lot. It's exciting. It's exciting basketball and it's exciting to be a part of. You know, it's exciting from top to bottom. You get excited about the music. You get excited about the announcer. You get excited about the talent. You get excited about the fans. You get excited about the trash talking. You just get excited about the game. And when you get excited about the game, and especially being here in New York City, you're gonna see a great deal of talent. You're gonna see some competition. You're gonna see a whole lot, and you'll leave here happy with the day you had watching the game of basketball. To be accepted every time that I walk here into the building is what I call it. It's the building. Because they make it feel like that. And when you walk into Dyckman and you're accepted, the way that I've been accepted, I'm gonna always show my face.
All right, ladies, let us take a picture for me real quick. Look at these right there. Okay, let me just get the shot.
MC Chocolate.
The veteran, Chocolate, the rookie, Steph Lover.
Amen, amen.
First annual Dyckman's Women's Tournament. We out here, 25th anniversary of the Dyckman's Men's Game. We here, baby.
Victory.
Lucky thing is getting better and better, as Chocolate would say. Only advice I could say is, hey, come on out and watch, participate, support. We appreciate it.
Kenny and Miss B. Kenny and I got DNA out here because Kenny and I used to ball out here. So my DNA is all out here. I grew up right there. This is me. 25 years. I'm holding it down with Kenny.
Kenny and Miss B,
I love her. Love her. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to give back to these young ladies.
That sounds like an old R&B group, Kenny and Miss B. I'm sure they had some platinum hits in the early 70s. But as far as this ball thing right here, I mean, what better way to bring the community together with something that everybody loves, that's basketball. Such common ground, real easy to do. It looks real easy to do, but big up to both of them. All the work they do behind the scenes is amazing. We only see the finished product, but I know all the work they put in. Keep up the good work.
Memorable moments. I need a memorable moment.
Again, my DNA is out here, so this is bringing back memories. I remember when this was practically rocks out here. Now it's just smooth sailing.
I'm out here making memories, you know? So for me, this is a memory right now that I'm going to cherish years from now. To be a part of, you know, first annual women's tournament and the special 25th anniversary.
And look at this combination, ebony and ivory.
And ivory.
I'm China. I'm from the Bronx now. I used to live in Harlem. I come out and support Dyckman all the time. I've been coming out for years, from coaching to just being a spectator. I support all the guys, and now my daughter's out here playing with the women who just started their league today. There's no place I'd rather be. All day, every day. Well, not every day. When I can get out here after work, I'm out here front and center supporting Kenny. He's the best. And everybody, the whole Dyckman staff. But Sharon's the greatest. She's a sweetheart. She makes sure everybody's comfortable out here. She keeps the peace. She's very respectful. So if I catch anybody disrespecting her, I pity the fool.
And how about Kenny?
Kenny's the best. He's always been. He shows love. He makes sure that everybody else is out here safe. He brings the best players out. He brings people from Africa to play. He had a marching band in the daggone stands the other night. He's the best commissioner out here. I said it. I don't care. I go to every other place, but Kenny is the king. Kenny is the king of basketball, king of Dyckman.
Do you have any memorable moments at Dyckman?
I have thousands. I love it when Kimba's out here. I love it when all the NBA players are out here. You never know what to expect. Any given night, surprises. All the championships is just like, they don't even let you play on the court because it's always so crowded.
What do you have to say to Dyckman for the next 25
As long as it can keep going, it should keep going until Kenny's old and gray, because this is the best tournament in the summertime in all of New York, and probably more than New York. I love basketball. I always have. I always will. I used to coach for a while. I recently retired because it's a little stressful, but I've coached in Tri-State and Gun Hill and different places, but I still go to all the games and support. I coach men, unlimited men. I don't coach children, teenagers, or women. Why? Because if a man doesn't listen, I could go upside his head and there really won't be no consequences. Females, if they give me attitude, I could get locked up, sorry. Children, I don't want to discourage them, so, you know your role and know where you're going to be good and be there, because I got a lot of chips under my belt to show for it.
Being a coach and a mom with a daughter that plays basketball, explain how that...
I never would coach her. I stayed away from her, and I was a crazy mom in the beginning. It took me a long time to calm down, but I was always hard on her. I always had her out in the park shooting and running and extra stuff just so she can be great. And then that was it. Like, I had to try to separate it though, because she played basketball for so long, but I was always mom. I was always supportive. I was always on the road with them until she was maybe 15. And then I was like, okay, bye. And then I started doing my own thing once again. So I was happy about that.
And you play ball?
Very briefly, a long, 50 more long time ago. But, you know, everything that I knew and everything that I felt, once she showed interest, because I never put it in her hand. Once she showed interest, I just lived vicariously through her. So that was real safe for the arms and the bones and the legs and the knees for me.
How did you get to know the game so well?
Because I love it and I just pay attention. I always paid attention.
When you started off, how hard was it to gain respect from the guys?
A lot. It was real hard. I didn't get my respect until right before I retired, but guess what? They all know who I am now and they refer to me as the Queen of Street Ball. I say great things about you. Even though you mean to me, I said you are great and you keep the peace and you keep everything running beautifully out here. I sure did.
And I'm really nice to you.
Did I say that? And if she didn't take so long, you would have never got a chance to even talk to me. Because she was over there sulking. For like 5, right, Freckle? Right? She was over there for like 2 hours.
Hi, I'm Chauncey. I'm from Marble Hill and I'm a parent of 2 children that play outside in Dyckman. I've been coming to Dyckman for like the last 4 years. My son's been playing with them, and this year my daughter, she's starting to play in the 8U. Dyckman is where you want to be. It's like so many different levels of basketball to be played at Dyckman. It goes like from 8 all the way to the pro division, so it's like something out here for everybody. Like, you just bring your kids out here and you enjoy yourself. Sit down and watch a game. You can watch your kids play. You can watch other people play, you know, celebrities come out here. It's just like, this basketball at its best.
Do you have any memorable moments out here?
For me as a parent, I guess like my son's first year playing, it was like his first time really like playing like organized ball, and it was like the playoff game. It was like so intense. Like, they were down by 2 and then my son, he did some type of move and he scored and they won and everybody was running, and it was like a proud moment as a parent. That's that moment when you're like, that's my boy. It's just like a family out here. We go on different ball games to the Garden and it's just different experiences for the kids, and it's just like a lot. You just remember everything. Ken Stevens and Sharon Bond, and I have a great relationship with both of them. You know, it's like a professional relationship and a personal relationship with both of them. They're great people. There's like 2 people that you definitely want to have in your life, basketball wise, and just, you know, just somebody that you can always reach out and talk to. Dyckman is a tournament that'll still be going on for the next 25 years. You know, all the other tournaments, you know, themselves, like they have like a hot streak and then they die down and you really don't see as many people out here as you used to, but Dyckman is one of those tournaments that it's crowded out here all the time, you know. One of the reasons why they have the lights, and then last year when they didn't have the lights, like they were still playing, like it was just so crazy. Like last year, it was no lights, and you know what they did? Everybody turned on their phone cameras, and we still out here playing, and you know, it's just something I don't think that'll ever really die down. Dyckman it should be a landmark. This court right here should be a landmark.
You play ball yourself?
I played ball, yes, when I was in high school, like elementary. I played.
Is that why you want your kids to play, or
Yeah, I think it's just something that's in you. So it's like just one of those things you pass down to your kids. My children's father, he played ball as well. So it's just something that's in us, and it's just something that came out of us and is going on into them. And you know, my son is doing really well right now. He's 12. He's taller than me, and you know, and we just gonna keep pushing him until, you know, wherever, you know, his highest achievement that he can get in basketball, we're just gonna be right there every step, you know. I'm trying to get my daughter into it now, so, you know, because she's always at all the games anyway. She knows what's going on, she knows the calls, so now it's her turn to get her into it.
What kind of advice would you give do you give your kids as far as staying focused with school and
to keep going, you know, and be your own leader, never be a follower. You know, you do your own thing. You move at your own pace. You don't move at anybody else's pace. You gotta motivate yourself. You know, I can give you a book and a pencil, but it depends on what you're willing to do with that book and that pencil. I can't make you write anything down. I can't make you read. I can give you what you need, and then it's up to you to do what you need to do so that you can get where you need to get.
We have a special interviewer here who wants to step in. Yeah, here's your fake mic.
You have a mic?
Go ahead.
What do you like about basketball?
What do I like about basketball? It's just a sport that, you know, it's a competitive sport. It's something that keeps you competitive. It's something that keeps you in shape. You got to run up and down the court. It's something that you got to practice your skills to get better. It's a sport that you can only get better at. The harder you work at getting better, you know. Anything else, miss?
Oh, where's your mic?
Why do you want your children to play basketball?
Because it's a great sport. It's a sport. You learn to be competitive. You learn to be on a team. You learn that you can't win the game by yourself. You have to depend on your teammates, just like the teammates have to depend on you. And it's a team thing. It's a family thing. It's never about one person. It's about everybody. You win together. You lose together.
The last question I want to ask you is, why do you want your children to play on Dyckman?
Why do I want my children to play at Dyckman? Because Dyckman is a family, and you know, it takes a village to raise a child. So I need all the help I can get out here, and everybody helps me. You know everybody in Dyckman, right? And everybody in Dyckman knows you, right? Yes. Look, and you only 8. Look at that. Is that all, miss?
One last question.
That was like 5 questions ago.
Who's your favorite artist in the NBA?
Oh, no, music.
Oh, my favorite. I would say Beyonce, hands down. Beyonce.
And 2 more?
I thought it was just 1. Now it's 2 more.
2 more.
Okay, Beyonce.
That's one.
And
Who?
Oh, that's yours. I don't know. I like a good singer, you have to have a very good voice. I don't know. Betty White cannot sing. Betty White cannot sing.
I think you should pick Beyonce.
And who else?
Mary J. Blige.
Very good. Good pick. Good pick.
She's on it?
Good pick. Good pick.
Oh.
Who else?
And Janet Jackson.
She's good.
Yes. Because that's what she listens to. She listens to what I listen to.
So.
You still interviewing me? Okay, go ahead.
So.
You had a good question. You had a good question about the player. You said artist, but NBA.
Who's my?
Hold on. Who is your favorite NBA and the girls?
The WNBA? Who's my favorite? Well, there was a couple because I think like the inaugural season, there was because it just started, you know, and they had A lot of women that came and tried out. Cynthia Cooper, Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops. You don't know about that. You don't know about Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Shamika Holsclaw, Tamika Catchins. Like, you don't know about all of that. I gotta teach you about those. You gotta teach you about those.
That's 100%. No! Palmero. Good shot. And one.